Well, you're right, guys. That's the third of 4 of these Birdie's beds made up, Birdie planters. I got a bag of Condor there, so I'm going to tip that out. Save the Condor for seed potatoes for next year, unless there's some massive ones in there, but we'll see. And tip a few more out. So let me get you set up so you can see what I'm doing. Right, just before we kick off today, Rob and Wendy, the winners of the Single Seed Potato Challenge for 2022, have most generously asked me to donate their winnings to a charity. And I searched long and hard to find a charity that had no political agenda, if you know what I mean. Some of them, oh, we got to save our woodlands, the government's cutting down the... Anyway, so I thought I'd pick one that's going to benefit all of us, and that is the Bumblebee Conservation Trust. So all the little bumblebees that help us are now getting help from you. Thanks ever so much, guys. This has been very hit and miss building these beds. Well, the weather, that's what I'm getting at. Cool. And that's what we got. Yuck, there's the old one. I reckon the easiest thing to do is to tip it upside down, you know. Ah, there's the seed potato, look. Stay in there. I don't think we've got many on there, you know. If I remember, this was planted very, very late. And it looks like it's in some rubbish compost as well. Yeah. Hardly worth showing you this. Yeah, well wet, so that's going to get a good bit of revitalisation. You can tell how rubbish the compost is. Look, it's really sticky. Look, I keep saying I got to write down what I use next year, because I ain't got a clue what's in here. Lots of bits of stick, I can see that. Well, here we are. And like many others, pathetic harvest of Condor this year. And I cut my finger. Not too bad really. 4 kilograms, just about 4 kilos. A little bit of black, a little bit of scurf, a little bit of scab on some of them. And this one, look at this one. Looks like Gothmog out of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I'll put a picture up so if you see the comparison. Yeah, so some of those will go into my seed potato stock for next year for the Condor. Some will get eaten, and I just chuck that one. No good. Not even worth saving, it won't come to much. Right, I'll leave those out here now to dry out. Oh, I'll tell you what I was going to say. I was washing these, and I've never, ever, ever had this before. Now, is it the spuds or is it the compost? They all feel, they're okay now, but when I was washing them with my fingers, they all feel greasy. Really, really greasy. I don't think it's the spuds. Oh, I don't know. If anyone's ever had it before, let me know what you think it is. Maybe it's just, I don't know, the compost. I got a rough idea what the compost is, but I'm not going to say anything. Right. I think I'll do for today. You got a little bit more to do on that bed there. Going to put one of the old carrot sand buckets in there, put some sand in, mix the sand in with that lot that's there. Add a bit of feed, top it up with this clover. Oh, clover, it is clover, it's clover make it, it's Mother Earth. So top that up as well. So that'll be me for today, I think. Leaf and ground plot today. All I want to do today is get a few alliums in. I've got a load in, but I want to get some more in. Because, well, this year I want to grow more of what I like. And I like alliums, and I like potatoes, I like tomatoes. So they're going to be the bulk of my crops, I reckon, this year. Oops, I just destroyed a mushroom. Yeah, so quick weed with the old oscillating hoe. Chop and drop as usual, so I'll put them on the path over there. And I'm going to get some elephant garlic in there. So let's find me a dibber. Right, and 5 of them. About 2 inches above the top of the clove I want. So I'm going to have to go pretty deep here, and I'm going to have them a fair way apart this time. Yep. Because what I normally do, I have them too shallow. Usual thing, pointy end up. You've seen this so many times, I can repeat it. So one there. Do a star matrix sort of thing, one there. So that's a good 9 inches apart. That's good. Cool. Yeah, good 2 inches in there. I'm going to put the smallest one in the centre. Cool, that's a long way. Hello, mate. A long way down. It's a low sun today, but it is winter nerdy, isn't it? Is it? Cool, see the white fly. I'm not going to bother watering them in, just let the rain do its job. So there we are. There we go. Right then. So I'm going to put a stick across there, just so I know where they are. And I'll make a note of that when I get home. So I've got a bit of room on the end now as well. So, again, 1, 2, 3. I get 9 onions in there, I reckon. Yeah. Right, back in a minute, find some onions. Yeah, I reckon I get 9 Troy in there. Now, I want to do more companion planting this year, but onions are one of the weird ones. I want to put onions amongst other things, but not other things amongst onions. Does that make sense? So when I do an onion bed, I'm going to do 9 here, look. They'll just be onions, but the companion onions will be scattered amongst cabbages and things. So then, and these are all in modules. So. And again, this year I'm going to try and do them further apart. I normally have them too close together, and it does lead for slightly smaller onions. Not too bad, but. And here's the tray. Here we are. That's better. That's a lot better. It's good roots on them, look. Yeah, happy with that. Right, dirty shirt. Oh, that's job 1 done. No net needed for that lot. That's that on bed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. Bed 6. Okay then, straight opposite them are going some of my hardneck garlic. Ooh. And these are chestnut white. Not that easy to get hold of actually, but apparently one of the hardiest and best tasting garlic for the UK, or from my part of the UK anyway. So I could do here 1, 2, 3. I get 12 in there. Again, I'm doing wider spacings than normal, so. Because I've had a few small garlic lately, so. Oh, get in there. Blunt end down as usual. And I'm going to leave all them showing for a minute so I know where they are. 12 here, that'll do. See, normally, I've said this before, and you should break the garlic off the clove straight before you use it. But these have been supplied, as a lot of seed companies do, ready, ready off. So we'll see if that makes a difference as well. Hope not, because I want these to grow on a... Where's a big one? I want to keep these ones going if possible. That'll do. Right, what I've done with these as well is some of these are going in the freezer, as an experiment for Tim Troll Forge, and some will be going in at home on my new beds. So there's 3 lots in. Let's just cover those over quickly. Again, I'm not going to water them in because the ground's soaking. There we are, multi-purpose tool, look, tamper. Got a tamper and a hoe in one. I'll do it. Right, I need a celeriac. And I dare say, they're all looking pretty good. Oh. Yeah, this one, look, had the roofing felt round it. And no slug damage, so that's good. Right, let's put that over there, take back in a minute. I'll leave the rest for a bit longer. Yeah, I'm doing a stew tomorrow, so part of that will be in a stew. Right, quick scratch of this bit here. I'm not putting any amendments down at the moment because it's, as you know, it's autumn and winter and we don't want too much growth of anything we put in. So unless it was a new compost, if you like, I'm just going to leave it for now and feed it in the spring and get that potato out before it grows. Oh, we're in the pond. I'll show you the pond in a minute. That'll do. Right, and what I got is some, I'm pretty sure it's more owl schmears. 205, yeah, owl schmear, so. Dibber, where are you? Oh, you're up there where the onions were. Oh. Whew. Tell you what's bright. Right, so we're 1, 2, 4, 8. That's spooky, we got 8. And I'm going to leave these a fair way apart as well. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Just get them in, fairly deep, not too bad. Good press. 2 in there, so get rid of that one. I did check these for caterpillars at home before I came down, so right. That's 4. You can probably tell I don't do exact plantings. Oh, there's one missing. I'll leave one off the end then. Oh, that's right, I did 10, didn't I? There's 3 at home. Put something else in there. I'll tell you what, I'll do, put more onions in. Because I'm going to interplant this with onions in a second. That's what I mean, see, I can put onions in there easily, but to put those in amongst onions would be a bit awkward. So, right, and we got Shensu over there, oh, Senshu. Ugh. I just got rained on by a Brussels. So, and I'll stop there because I've got more to go in there after the 3 or 4 Celeriac are lifted. And again, no watering because they're soaking wet. Soaking. That'll do. And I reckon I'm going to leave the rest of these here because they'll be going back in some. Right, and what I'll do, I'll move these little pigeon scarers. They do seem to work, these. So They don't like the moving objects, look. And they don't like red either, red and yellow. Pigeons. So fingers crossed that they work. Right, I reckon guys that's about me for today. So a quick walk round. Oh. And I'll work with the sun. Right, North Foreland cauliflower, Rigoletto cabbage, various brassicas in there. I'm pretty sure there's a kohlrabi in there ready for picking, but not just yet. Here's the Pentland Brig kale. I'll be trying that very soon. Tomatoes, I've got a few still growing, which is crazy. First week in November, so I'll be taking the last couple off there in a minute. And that black stuff isn't blight; it's just dead leaves. Even though the stems look black, it's not blight. Soft neck garlic Marco in there, sprung up quite well. Cabbages, some swede at the far end. The blown broccoli, this cosmos is mad. I'm not going to plant any next year because it's going to be all self-seeded, just like the calendula. All self-seeded those. Crazy, crazy. And look, end of the year and I got a few runner beans. And that's it. I might just take those just for the heck of it. No, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave those and keep the seed. Yeah. I used to be uncertain, now I'm just not sure. Bit of a mess in here at the moment. Get that sorted out when the nasturtiums are gone over. I've taken a few of the dried beans. There's a few more to dry out yet. Blackcurrant's going to need pruning soon. I've had a few little twigs off them. And I see next door neighbour's got a toolbox there. And I'm thinking about a toolbox because I may be giving up the old plot. Here's the pond, got a few plans for that, but I've been busy with those beds at home lately. So this area needs a good tidy up as well. Wildflowers, wildlife area. Chop and drop, just dumped a load of stuff there, let it rot down a little bit before I put it in the main compost. I got a feeling those bags would be going this year because the 3 at home, the 4 at home, 3 or 4, fell to pieces, as you would have seen in another video. I'm not going to bother with these anymore, so I'll tell you what, the tool store could go there, couldn't it? Yeah. And there's the bits I just done. Brussels coming on nicely, I've had a few of those. 4 different varieties in there. This bed is ready to be planted once all the volunteers have decided that they're not going to grow, or they've shown me where they are so I can pick them out. That's the main thing, isn't it? Bit of parsley still in there, a couple of cabbages, red drumhead, maybe ready for Christmas. It's a bit small at the moment, but you know. Beetroot, I've got to get on and pick these beetroot and make some pickle. Oh, these are the Rigolettos. Confused now. Oh, no, they're Rigolettos, sorry. And the first lots are broccoli claret. Yeah. So that's the Rigoletto cabbage just there. And a few beetroot, old cauliflowers, and this bed is going to be totally revamped in the spring. You know, get rid of all the cooch. There's only a few perennial weeds left now. There's a couple of dandelions, but they're this year's seeds, if you like. And tidy all that bit there up, those herbs. Yeah, next to useless really, but they're there, aren't they? Okay, that's me then. Get off. It's getting cold now. Cool. Yeah. Okay then, I mentioned that the celeriac was going into a stew. Here is the aforementioned stew. So in there we have celeriac monarch, onion shensu, parsnip white gem, carrot sugar snacks 54, swede brora, and cauliflower clapton, peas miscellaneous. I haven't got a clue what they are, I didn't label them in the freezer. And Picasso potatoes on the side there. But also in the stew we got mushrooms, mixed pulses, stewing steak, beef stock, mushroom stock, mixed herbs, and herby peppery mustard dumplings, which is enough for 1 heartwarming meal and 2 in the freezer for later in the winter. Take care guys, catch you on the next video.